Hello Aquarius, welcome to your in-depth horoscope forecast for September for the Sun or the Ascendant. If you've yet to subscribe to my channel, I'd be honoured if you did so now. Please click or tap on the bell notification symbol. You can also join me on Twitter at Horoscope Ace or Elisa and I for the daily astrology and tarot video show by seeing the link beneath this video. It's proving great fun. You can grab your free daily written horoscope, plus gain an insight for the dominant astrological feature for each day, and Elisa gives a more spiritual perspective. This month begins with the Sun and Mercury in your sector of transformation. This transformation can be at a more physical level or at a more metaphysical level. It just depends on your situation. There is a new moon as soon as the 2nd, and this is being influenced by your modern ruler of Uranus. So when it comes to balancing the ins and outgoings in your budget, or thinking more about where you're most invested in terms of your emotions or connections, I think this is a particularly critical full moon. Also, because of Uranus, there could be some potential for some surprises, or perhaps you're going to be a bit more impetuous about your resources and splash out on something if it will give you some kind of pleasure. But you know, Uranus in this particular mix can actually be a force for good. So it could be something to do with your home or your immediate environment that you want to improve, or you can see a way to do so. And actually, you may do so in a way which gains you quite a lot of value. It just depends on your approach and the particular circumstances. But on the 5th, Mercury, the planet which is exalted in your sign and governs the second 10 degrees of Aquarius, moves into your sister air sign of Libra. This is all about widening your horizons. It can be to do with travel. Maybe that's a bit more difficult at the moment, depending on where you are in the world. But it's certainly about the potential to inform yourself better, learn something, share ideas you've got. If you are interested in publishing of any kind, particularly digital publishing, this could be a really positive portent for you. But also on the 6th, perhaps the most glorious event of the whole month, that Venus, the planet of love and affection, moves into your sector of relating. This can be brilliant for all sorts of interactions. It can bring a more harmonizing vibe to bear. It could bring someone new into your situation if you're single. And if a current relationship has gone through some kind of deeper phase, I think that Venus can bring some tranquility to bear. It certainly gives an opportunity to hear what other people have to say. And also because Mercury is in your sector of truth, and they're both coming together in a great collaboration for a week from the 5th, the two can be operating very helpfully to you and your personal sign. Now, it is true to say that Mars, the planet of passion, continues in your sector of everyday communications. This could give you the desire to get fitter, be more active. And this trend can continue right through to early next year. But this month, Mars is being checked by your traditional ruler of Saturn. So don't overdo the exercise if you're trying to be virtuous. And equally, don't overdo the stimulation if you're trying to be more enterprising, because you're only going to have a finite amount of energy and you need to sort of measure it out in quite an astute way. And on the 9th, Mars goes into a retrograde which will last till mid-November. If you are wanting to boost in some ways or interact with others in a very exciting project, it's possible that this may not go quite as quickly as you would like. But if you factor that into your thinking, this can be a stage of preparation where you're learning, informing yourself, getting a clearer idea of where your ideas are heading. But I think your subconscious or past events can inform your thinking quite a lot still with that cluster of energy in your 12th solar house. Now, on the 10th, there is a quarter moon in your sister air sign of Gemini. Is there someone around your situation who tends to be a bit clingy or limits your space to breathe? If you're a very creative person but you're not getting much back, you feel, in terms of reward, that could also be a little bit of a frustration. But wonderfully, on the 13th, Jupiter, the planet of fortune, traditionally, the planet of expansion, ends a retrograde which has gone on for 4 months. This is going to see the slowing down that you've experienced through retrograde season starting to ease. It's going to ease even more from the 29th when Saturn ends its longer backward journey. And I feel that if you have felt a little bit more withdrawn or lacking enthusiasm, or things haven't quite been hurtling along at the pace you would like, all this is very positive news. It is true from the 18th through to the 24th that Mercury does square up with Pluto. A more psychological understanding about a situation could emerge across these days. Someone could tell you something that they think is true about you that you're not expecting. So it could be a bit of a secret. But we've got to make sure with Pluto that somebody's not using their power in a punishing way. So if someone's being very genuine and helpful, then that is probably going to be fine with you. But if you feel that someone's trying to get under your skin and not be very unkind, just keep those defences ready and push back on your boundaries if need be. On the 17th, however, there is a new moon, which links brilliantly with Saturn. This suggests that if you have been working patiently behind the scenes over a very long period of time, preparing, researching, investing your time and energy in something that's very important to you, I think you may see a manifestation of your progress over the next month, but it's going to be very solid progress. It's not going to just come and be quite fleeting and fade away. It could be something that really could be quite substantial for the longer term. Now, on the 22nd, the Sun moves into your sister air sign of Libra, and we get to the autumn equinox, the halfway point of the astrological year. This is a brilliant moment for you because I feel that you're going to start to experience a genuine sense of excitement. You're a freedom lover anyway, and that part of your nature is really going to be emphasised over the next month, but also the more experimental side of you, the more individualistic side of you. You can try out some different concepts, and if it's possible, you'll probably want to break out and do some travel during this time. The 24th, however, does see the Sun and the Moon come back into a square. Once more, it's the psychological stuff that's been so powerful over the last few years. Perhaps something's going to get said, or an old memory or an old situation comes up which does make you feel a little insecure, maybe feel that other people are being unkind or trying to get under your defences. Again, try to keep a sense of perspective and keep those boundaries firm. The 27th, however, sees Mercury climb to the top of your scope, the 10th solar house. This is all about success. It's about your interactions with the world at large. It's about your desire to manifest your goals and ambitions. It is essentially square in your sign, this journey, so you may have to push yourself a little bit out of your comfort zone. And if you are an Aquarius that tends to like quite a lot of time for yourself, and some Aquarius people can be like that, perhaps this will be a bit more of a challenge, but it's a challenge that can see you do well, and other people can become much more conscious of your talents, your abilities, and how you sparkle. I've told you about Saturn ending its retrograde on the 29th, and I think that's something we can all celebrate, but particularly an Aquarius or a Capricorn, because it is the ruler of both signs. So there's an awful lot to go for this month. Some of it may be more spiritual, very much more psychological, the changes, some of it may be more practical, but there is a golden prize to pursue, and that is liberating yourself from the chains of this rather trying energy that's been at the back of your situation for the last few years very powerfully. And you are edging towards a time when you can release yourself from a lot of it. And that moment is going to occur as soon as December. So keep going with that patience, that preparation, because you're going to be emerging in a fabulous way very soon. If you'd like to learn more about Sirius astrology and ascend above your zodiac sign, please see my affordable range of personal horoscope reports below. You can get 30% off a year's forecast and character analysis, or check out a personal consultation with me, and please see my one-to-one testimonials. But for now, take care, stay safe, and good luck.